Why? Why not try to...
Actual video being played at Mar-a-Lago at one of Donald Trump's parties or something. Imagine going to one of this dude's parties, having him put up a projector and project a video of him again whining about the election being stolen from him. Still playing videos of Joe Biden and making fun of him. That's how low this dude's self-esteem is. That's how much his narcissism is. And he has been talking about this election being stolen now for 5 years. 5 years he's been talking about this. And one of the things that he has always said is that if he was ever given the opportunity to present the evidence of the election being stolen, he would do that. If he were given that opportunity by the courts, he would have done that. He just hasn't been given the opportunity. But now he presides over the FBI, the DOJ, the CIA, the Department of Homeland Security, the Department of War. He has a Republican House, a Republican Senate, a Republican Supreme Court. The dude spends most of his time in front of cameras. If he had evidence of the election actually being stolen from him, he would have said it by now. But he has done none of that because the election was never stolen from him. It is so obvious that it is freaking hilarious that he still says it, plays videos like this, and the MAGAs eat this shit up. But here's something that is so funny, it is freaking priceless. So, you know how X has Grok, right? You can be on X and you can now say, hey, Grok, what's the truth about this story? Hey, Grok, what's the real story behind this picture? Or whatever like that, right? And Elon Musk is always trying to tweak it and make it better, which only means he's just trying to make it more right-leaning. It's like ChatGPT, but for X. Well, now, Truth Social has its own AI. It has its own AI like ChatGPT, like Grok, like whatever you get when you Google something, right? Here's the thing about it. When you ask it questions, it tells the truth. And it tells a truth that Donald Trump is not going to like. Like as soon as he realizes his own Truth Social AI is telling the truth about things he's been lying about forever, he's going to lose his shit. And he is going to get rid of that AI. But someone put these questions into it. The first one says, do Trump's tariffs cost the American people money? And Truth Social's AI says, yes, tariffs are taxes on imports that U.S. importers pay and largely pass on through higher prices, so the costs are borne mainly by American businesses and consumers. Donald Trump always tries to claim that this is not what is happening. He says, no, if I put tariffs on China, China's paying the tariffs. If I put tariffs on Brazil, Brazil is paying the tariffs. Well, his own Truth Social AI says, nah, he's lying. You're paying the tariffs. But wait, there's more. The next one says, did Donald Trump lie about the 2020 election being rigged and stolen? Truth Social's AI says, yes. Courts, Trump's own advisors, and official investigations found no evidence that the 2020 election was rigged or stolen despite his repeated claims. Which reminds me of something here. Donald Trump paid for his own 3 separate investigations of the 2020 election being stolen. And all those investigators came back and said, dude, this election wasn't stolen from you. You just lost. You just lost. Another question. Did people storm the U.S. Capitol on January 6, 2020 because of Donald Trump? And Truth Social's AI says, yes, multiple official and contemporaneous records attribute the January 6, 2021 Capitol breach to a pro-Trump crowd mobilized around his false election fraud claims and pressure campaign to stop certification. Again, he's playing the video at his parties that say the election was stolen from him. Yet his own AI, his own Truth Social artificial intelligence, what you know he tried to make as right-wing as he could, is telling you he's lying about the election being stolen. All the things he said about it are all lies. And then, I love this one. This one really brought a smile to my face. How many wars has Trump ended since taking office in 2025? The Truth Social artificial intelligent answer says none. There is no verified instance of President Trump formally ending a war since taking office in January 2025.
I want to get along with countries if possible. You know, people are shocked. Remember, Hillary Clinton said, we'll be in a war. I stopped 8 wars in the last 9 months. I don't want to be in wars. If I am in a war, we're going to win the thing fast, and it'll be violent. But I brought, just a little list of look at this, wars.
President Trump wanted to make sure we saw the list of 8 international conflicts he says he's been able to end since returning to office.
Yet he keeps saying that shit. And he's like, well, just look at what I got here. Just happen to have this in my pocket. It says wars. You see that? It says wars. I ended 8 wars. Like, your own AI is saying you're lying about that. And the fact that people keep on entertaining this, and I like how 60 Minutes said he wanted to make sure that we knew about the wars he says he's ended. Stop entertaining it. How about you guys say, hey, sir, you haven't ended any wars. Stop saying that, bro. Like, these wars were like ending. You came in and like met with someone and tried to say, I'm taking credit for that. The one war that you even said yourself you were going to end on day 1 is the one war that has not ended. And then you keep saying you ended the war between Israel and Gaza, but we still see things happening there as well. They entertain the lies, and it's crazy. It's so crazy that this dude, he is a pathological liar who is also dumb, who is also evil and disgusting. Drives me crazy. Listen, so in my comments the other day, because in my videos I said, hey, I noticed some of you guys are coming and you're watching my videos and you're not subscribing to the channel. I had at least 2 people say in the comments that I read, 2 people say to me, hey, Coach D, I was one of those people. My bad. I thought I was a subscriber, but I hadn't even subscribed yet. Your videos just come across my feed, or I just keep coming back to your page and watching them. Thought I was a subscriber, and I'm not. So I want you guys to check. Make sure you're subscribed, because if you're not, please do. Hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything, and it's just good for me. And, you know, as always, I appreciate you guys. We're on the way to 200,000 subscribers. 200,000, that's crazy. Would have never thought we'd be here, but we are. Thanks to all of you guys who, again, I really do appreciate. Period.
Don't want no enemies or ops. Envy in their heart, I tell them stop. Vacation on the yacht.